Hello, I've got to tell you about one of the ocean's coolest little wonders, the salp, sometimes called the sea salp. Imagine drifting through a sunlit kelp forest, then plunging below the surface into the open blue, and suddenly you're surrounded by these delicate, transparent barrels gliding through the water. They look like something out of a sci-fi movie, but they're very real, very ancient, and honestly, kind of magical. What on earth is a salp? A salp is a type of tunicate, a mantle-bodied animal that's actually more closely related to us vertebrates than you might think. Here's the wild part. As larvae, they're basically tiny tadpoles with a notochord, that's a stiff nerve cord, like a primitive spine. But when they mature, they metamorphose into these smooth, transparent cylinders. Instead of crawling on a rock like their sea squirt cousins, salps float freely in the water column, filtering plankton to eat. 2 generations, one incredible life cycle. Salps have this fascinating alternation of generations. Oozooid, the mom. A single salp hatches from a fertilized egg and becomes an oozooid. This solitary individual doesn't bother with sex at first. It reproduces asexually by budding. Blastozooid chain, the kids. From the oozooid's budding, a long chain of clones, blastozooids, forms. Picture a string of jelly bean-shaped barrels linked end to end, each pumping water in perfect rhythm. These chains can be just a handful of individuals or hundreds long. Eventually, some blastozooids switch back to sexual reproduction, releasing eggs and sperm into the water. The fertilized eggs turn into the tiny tadpole larvae that settle or stay free swimming, in the case of salps, and start the cycle anew. Why they matter more than you'd think? You might be wondering, okay, they're cute, but so what? Here's the thing. Salps are ecological superheroes, ocean filters. Each salp pumps water through its body at astonishing rates, trapping microscopic plankton on a mucus net. In a big bloom, they can clear huge volumes of seawater in days. Carbon sinks. When they excrete waste, or when the chains die and sink, they transport carbon from the surface down into the deep sea. It's like nature's own carbon sequestration system, helping mitigate CO2 levels. Food web links. Lots of fish and invertebrates snack on salps, so they're a key bridge between plankton and higher predators. Shimmer and glow, the aesthetics of salps. Because they're transparent with a faint bluish tint, salp chains drifting in sunlight look like living strands of pearls. And at night, some species bioluminesce, giving off a gentle glow when disturbed. It's mesmerizing, and divers often describe it as swimming through falling stardust. What researchers are discovering? Marine biologists are all over salps right now. They study them to understand chordate evolution. Since their larvae share features with vertebrates, salps offer clues about how early backbone animals evolved. Climate impact. By quantifying how much carbon salps move to the deep ocean, scientists refine models of the global carbon cycle. Bloom dynamics. Why do salp blooms suddenly appear or vanish? It turns out that tiny shifts in plankton communities, water temperature, and currents can trigger explosive growth or crashes, with ripple effects through the ecosystem. Next time you're scuba diving or snorkeling in temperate or tropical waters, keep an eye out for shimmering chains of barrels. They're most common when plankton is abundant, often after upwellings or algal blooms. If you see one, just watch. The synchronized pulsing of that chain is like watching an underwater metronome. Salps are more than just pretty gelatinous blobs. They're ancient chordate cousins, prolific filter feeders, carbon cycling champions, and quiet engineers of our marine world. Every time they pulse, they remind us how intricately life is woven, from microscopic algae to you and me. So let's keep exploring, keep asking questions, and let these transparent tunicates inspire our curiosity about the vast blue beyond. If you get the chance to dive with salps, trust me, you won't forget it. If you want more content like this, please like and subscribe. This will keep me going and create daily videos for you. Thanks.